Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here. It's July 25th, 2017. And I did want to include in my videos the God factor of the flat earth, which is a touchy subject for everyone. We all have different religions, we all believe in different things, and your God might be different than my God. I might believe in this, you might believe in that, but it all boils down to one thing, is we all do have a God. Unfortunately, we don't know who they are. And that means the person or the something that has created all of this. Well, we created the buildings, of course. But what you see outside has been created for you. It's been created for me. It's been created for everybody. How we were supposed to live in it obviously was not this way, I don't believe. They have created, and when I mean and refer to they, I'm meaning governments, people of power, layers of confusion. Religion being number one, different races. These are just layers on top of layers on top of layers of confusion. And that's what they wanted. And they have that. They're so happy to see us running around like little ants, shopping during Christmas, every holiday around. You know, Christmas is a touchy subject for me because there was one Christmas I had absolutely no money at all. And I thought that was the most depressing Christmas I ever had. And I turned around and got a part-time job the following year and had money. And believe it or not, is when I didn't have money, and I'm not saying I'm rich or anything like that, don't get me wrong, but I had a few bucks to go to CVS and go to these other places and get a few gifts the following year by saving some money up. I thought that was going to be one of my best Christmases, but it wasn't. It was actually the one that I had without money, you know, which was really weird. Anyway, I just figured I'd throw that out there. It kind of went off. My point is we don't know who our God is. This has taken hundreds of generations to figure out and to actually come out and say that the earth is flat. You know, what you're living on is not what you've been taught. Some reason or another, this generation, and if you're in your 20s, the previous generation from me, have figured it out. You have reached that level of acceptance that you live on this remarkable marvel of technology and engineering, you know. The Creator, I hate to call them that, but they are, didn't want you to find this, you know, and they hid it really well. They hid it with deserts, oceans, insects and little biting creatures that could kill you. They didn't want us to get there easily. They didn't want us to just go walk over a bridge and bang on a wall, you know, and there you are. No. It was well hidden. Walls of ice that could be miles high and hundreds of miles long, through cold air, through the worst weather you could possibly imagine. I mean, there's another way you can get up there, and that's to go up, but who's going to have the technology to do that? I don't, you don't. None of us civilians around here have any technology to do any of that. No, we leave that up to our government, who's been so kind to us by hiding everything and creating everything for us to confuse us and keep us confused. Now, there are many, many different races that are together here in this country, and stand by. Okay, I hate to rush these, but what I was talking about are the different races that we have in our country and in the entire plane, shall we say. I don't want to look at it as this world anymore. We all have to come together, no matter who you are. We're all looking for the same thing. And those are answers. You know, we don't know where we live. You know, we don't know what this system looks like. We don't know how big it is. You know, we don't know what the wall looks like. We don't know if we live under a firmament or if we live in puddles. You know, we don't know any of this stuff. We've got to look beyond all of the nonsense that we've been dealt. And if we don't come together, we'll never get to where we want to be. The next chapter will never be written. And that's what we're trying to do here. A new chapter, a new book, shall we say. I mean, this is an amazing time that we live in. We don't know when all of this is going to hit the fan. You know, we really don't. But meanwhile, what we got to do is we've got to wake other people up. We've got to come together as one. And we've got to look beyond our differences. Stop the arguing. Stop the nonsense. Get over all of this. All right, I think that's all I had to say. Let's get to work.